नमो हिरण्यबाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यबाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यबाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रमूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः शान्ति
All right. Hello. Yes, Lord Shiva. What a way to get yourself going on a moon day. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen Jamila. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Katavia. How are ya? All right, guys. So we got to talk. Okay? We got to talk about psychic vampires. Okay? Leeches and DOP agents. Y'all want to know what a DOP agent is? Demon of poverty agent. Okay, DOP is a term that I made up for the demon of poverty and its agents. Demon of poverty ain't nothing to play around with. I'm gonna explain this to y'all. Now, vampires and psychic vampires have been around for a very long time. Psychic vampires don't have no power. If psychic vampires actually had real power, would they have to vampire off of you? Nope. So what a psychic vampire will do is, in their destitution, they will look at you and you're obviously, getting your abundance, and they're jealous and they're mad. And they don't really know how things work in this reality. Or if they do know how things work in this reality, they're upset about it. Okay? So what they will do is they will vampire off of you. Okay? They'll vampire off of you. They'll vampire off of your energy. Some of the symptoms that you're being afflicted by a psychic vampire or a leech or a demon of poverty agent is that you'll feel very tired. You'll be so sleepy that you can't even get out of bed. That's one of the main things that you will see. Other symptoms: shortness of breath, wheezing, coughing, achy muscles, backache. Backache is one of the highest and most obvious symptoms of something that's trying to feed off of your bloodline. Now, there are many of you that have a lot of money in the ether, but for some reason you're not able to bring it into the physical. That is where I come in. Okay? Because when I look at and see, I'm going to stop doing money readings for this channel, guys, because the demon of poverty is watching everybody on my channel. So I would advise all people who do readings on YouTube to stop doing those types of readings, because the demon of poverty is watching everybody. Those should be set to private. Those should be private readings only. Okay? Because what the demon of poverty will do is the demon of poverty will use my readings and your readings to see the forecast, and then they'll know who to feed off of. Okay? This is very real. Leeches. Leeches are blood leeches. It's the same thing. Parasites, leeches, they all fall under the same category. You have to do specific exorcisms to get rid of them off of you and off of your family. They really start feeding in the summertime too. I noticed even the ones that are on YouTube. YouTube is swarming with trolls and leeches and DOP agents. YouTube is flooded with them. Flooded. And depending on your bloodline, depending on your family, depending on how well versed they are. See, there's a lot of people whose family are very hip to that, and then some people, their family is not. Okay. And I understand the whole draw to Jesus, because Jesus actually came to me a couple of days ago. Jesus himself or herself came to me a couple of days ago. So I don't necessarily have a problem with Jesus. I have a problem with organized religion. And I believe that organized religion used Jesus because I believe that Jesus was an angel. Okay. So, Jesus came to me the other day and was like, let me heal you. I can help you or whatever. And I was like, okay. And already I've seen changes, just in myself from that. So I don't have anything against Jesus. What I do have something against is organized religion and DOP agents and vampires using Jesus. Okay, but we'll talk about that later because that's something that's very, very deep. Okay. Okay. Oh, they feeding big time, ain't they? They feeding off of empaths. They're feeding off of healers. They're feeding off of anybody that has any kind of light energy. The problem is that a lot of them have drug problems. A lot of them are sick. A lot of them, they want to use healers and empaths, but at the same time, they want to deny, and they take too much. So their intent is to suck you dry, literally, one by one. And they've been all over the internet because for some reason, when it comes to like the summertime, this is when they really, really, really become activated. This is when they really, really, really start to feed because, I don't know what it is about the summertime, but boy, they just love to feed in the summer. Okay. How to deal with them: cleanses, protection, reversals. Because what they will do is they will send an entity to you to suck off of your energy life force. So you have to banish that. You have to do an exorcism and you have to find somebody strong enough to do the exorcism for you because exorcisms are not easy to do. They're not. Okay. Yeah, today is the day where a lot of you need to be doing your protection. I know that I've done my protection and then I also did an egg cleansing. And guys, when I tell you, look at this. Is that the way an egg is supposed to look? Look at how cloudy the white is in that egg. You see how it all looks yellow? So that's going to have to be flushed down the toilet because that's part of its energy. They love to feed off of me because I'm a very, very rich energy source, me and my children. I'm very fertile. And I'm typically fertile on the full moon, and that's for a purpose. They know about it. So just me saying it doesn't mean anything. They know. That's why they're always constantly feeding. And you have to do your protection, but I would also do the reversals. And I would also do the banishings. If you don't know how to do that, you can contact somebody like me, and I know how to do it. Okay? Because they're out there. They are certainly out there, y'all. And they are acting the fool. They are acting the fool right now. And it's so weird. Also taking your spiritual baths. Vervain is a very powerful herb that you should be burning in your house. So is bay leaves. And then also the spiritual money. You want to burn this for your ancestors because they're dealing with it as well. I don't know exactly how things got so bad when it comes to these psychic vampires. I think that people became seduced by them. And there's a lot of people that will just kind of lay down for them and fold. You just have to let the elements do the work for you. Is what you have to do. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I had somebody just recently, this person actually showed a photo of me from this channel to his vampire audience. He showed a photo of me from this channel. He wasn't trying to feed off of the other people. He was just specifically trying to feed off of me. But he tries to cover it up. So I've already done the work and my spirits are watching him. But yeah, they will try to siphon energy off of your business. So you have to protect your clients. You have to protect your business is what you have to do, unfortunately. It would be way too much for these demon of poverty agents because, to be honest with you, they've been cursed. They were cursed to come into this lifetime and to make nothing of themselves. The main people that they do feed off of is melanated people, mainly because melanated people are typically the victims of this. They're afraid of white folks. So they feed off of melanated beings a lot. It's absolutely disgusting. Okay. This is so good, y'all. That's one of the reasons why we have generations of people on welfare, because they don't know their own power and they're constantly being sucked dry of these people. And then what these people will do is they'll call you lazy. They'll say, oh, you're lazy. I'm lazy, but you've been trying to suck all of my energy off of me, but I'm lazy. They're lazy. Please believe it. So, you know, these people adopt children too. They adopt children that they can feed off of as well. So a lot of y'all that think that you just are coming from narcissistic parents, some of them people ain't even your parents. Some of those people, they got you off the black market. They adopted you from some unforeseen force. That is the reason why abortion is being banned. It's not nothing to do with your rights. First of all, abortion is morally wrong. But then also there's other entities that are feeding off of the flesh, the blood, the soul of the child. And these children are attacking. So it's the children. Blame it on the children that are trying to come in to this reality. Blame it on them. They are the ones that got abortion banned. Okay. And it's because there's other entities that are feeding off of these people. They take it, they put it in a blender, and they eat it. So that's why they're banning abortion, and particularly in the South, and it's going to be all over America. Abortion is going to be banned. So I know a lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but that is the truth about why abortion is being banned. Okay, learn your body. If you don't want a baby, get on some birth control. Okay, but that's one of the main factors as to why this reality has been cursed and hexed, because of the killing of unborn children. So it's definitely for a moral reason. It is. It's for a moral reason, and also they are trying to starve these vampires. They want to starve them. Okay, even responding to them, they can feed off of that energy. Even as I talk about it, they're trying to feed off of me. They're hungry. They're desperate for energy. Desperate. Because they're dying off. They're dying. And I knew something big was going to come up for 2020. And that was only the tip of the iceberg, but it was one of the main factors. So abortion being banned, I got to jump off camera because they trying to feed big time right now. Because they feed off of the life force of humans. That's the reason why they're eating them. They're eating their souls. They're eating their spirits. And if we were to keep abortion legal, then eventually God was going to come back and destroy this whole planet. Okay? God was planning on coming back and destroying this entire planet if we continue to keep abortion legal. So that's all it is to it. It's either stop having unprotected sex with people that you don't want kids by. But see, in all honesty, another thing that exposed that was exposed was that there's a lot of people that were themselves using their unborn children as sacrifices. So they'll go to the clinic and with the intent to sacrifice the child. We found that out a few years ago. Was that it was ritual sacrifice. And there were doctors helping them. So this is one of the reasons why. And it's going to kill them off very quickly, because without those aborted fetuses, they ain't going to have nothing to feed off of. Okay, this was one of the reasons why Spirit, guys, I've had a miscarriage. And Spirit led me back home to miscarriage my baby naturally. And I was able to do what I willed with the remains of my unborn child. And ever since then, they have been in a frenzy trying to chase me down because they wanted the blood and the brain of that fetus. So without that, they're going to go on a feeding frenzy big time. In 2020 is when these laws are being enacted. So anybody that wants to get an abortion, you better not do it. Even though the law has not been set in place, don't do it, because that child is going to torture you. The unborn fetus is going to give you that work. Absolutely. I do help with dream interpretations. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of empaths today are feeling a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. What you got to do is you got to protect yourself. Put up your shield. They are all over the place. Fight through it. Light a red candle. Okay, hon. It's just the price of a reading. By the way, guys, if you want a reading, I do not read long emails. I am very suspectful of long emails. Okay. My readings went off of sale at midnight on the full moon, but they're still priced. Hold on. They're still priced lower than what they actually are. So we can go over my reading prices right now. 30-minute readings are only $45, 60-minute readings are $80, and my spell consultations are still $75, okay? Because I know a lot of y'all need consultations, okay? So you can just go to the link below in the website, and whatever questions that you have can be answered during a reading. Please believe these psychic vampires and leeches and DOP agents have been following you for generations. They've got families of generations, and they're failures. Trust me, they don't have nothing. They don't have anything. And they don't ask for your energy nicely. They force it out of you. And you just got to take your life force back. And there's a specific ritual for that. Okay, so you guys can contact me for a consultation. Nothing that you ask me is crazy to me. Nothing, because it's a bunch of crazy out there. And these psychic vampires are going to die off. They always try to put the label of women's rights on you. They always do. The people that are outraged and saying that it's a violation of women's rights, they're full of crap. They're FOC. They are FOC just like the DOP agents. Your children are your treasures. And they want you to continue to kill those children so they can feed off of them. They've been marching a plight against children, which was obvious, except to their demonic agents. Okay? So you got to understand the evil that we're dealing with, and they are going to die off. A lot of these people that have been doing what they've been doing, they're going to slowly get sicker and sicker and die off. Especially if you put up your spiritual armor of protection. One very, very, very valuable way of protecting your energy is through your third eye protection. You got to put it on all of your children. You have to put it on yourself. You have to protect your third eye. And all of y'all ladies that like to get out in social media and show your booties, you better stop doing it. Because the DOPs is feeding off of your butt chakra too. They always go for the head of the butt. Catavia, you got a butt, you got a spine. Catavia said, I don't have a butt. Everybody got a butt, though. Whether or not it's big or little, you still got a booty. They feed off of that, too. That's why they ban pictures of children. You know how a lot of people would put cute little pictures of their children up on the internet? There's a video right now called How to Diaper Your Baby with a picture of a child's butt. Got millions of views on it. And the problem is that that little baby is being fed off of. Don't ever show your children and their booties online. A lot of people was like, ooh, Facebook, this is fun. They was posting all these cute little pictures of their kids. Don't do it. Sage your houses. Okay? Sage. But above all, if you've been fed on by one of these people, you have to see a practitioner that knows what they're doing. This is why certain parts of your body will start to malfunction all of a sudden. You're eating plenty of iron-rich food, but yet and still you're still anemic. But lifestyle rarely has anything to do with it. Okay? And you wouldn't believe the folks that you trust that feed off of your ignorance. The fact that you don't know, the fact that most people don't know. Most people that are being fed up on, they're going to die because they don't know what they're doing and what they're up to. And right now, we've got to use that exorcism incantation a lot. You got to permanently banish it from your life and your family. And you've got to say, you can no longer feed off of my family. If someone came to your house with bad intention, then you've got to sage your house. Copal resin and dragon's blood is much more powerful than sage. A lot of people always think of sage, but you got to use the copal resin. Copal incense. They make copal incense that you can purchase. You can't buy them from, you have to go to a botanica to get that stuff. Now, the DOP agents are the third parties. Now, remember when I said that you can be a privy to something like that and not even know it? And you'll be wondering, why is my energy just zapped? Now, oftentimes, I'm going to tell y'all something. When I do spiritual work for people, that's mainly the entities that I pick up on is these psychic vampires. So I have to cleanse myself quite often of this negative energy. Let me show y'all something. I'm going to jump back on camera real quick. This is a reversal that I did. Now, we read candles quite often, right? Witches know how to read candles. Let me show y'all this candle. Isn't that disgusting? Look at that. Look at how nasty that looks. Look like somebody threw up in this jar, don't it? This was a candle that I used as a reversal. A lot of people, especially men, that's why I said it's very important. Remember, I did the is for your sexual partner, because a lot of these hoes is psychic vampires. Incubus, succubus, aka psychic vampires. They have a lot of different names for them, but essentially it's just a psychic vampire at the end of the day. That's all that it is. We jump off camera because they feeding right now. Okay? Let me see what this is. Okay? And I'm telling y'all, for the summer, it's going to get worse. Because in the summer, a lot of the empresses, there's a lot of pollen in the air, and pollen is one of their ways of feeding. So you have to use your air purifiers, and you've got to purify the air in your house and make sure that you've got, because see, bacteria is also the same thing. So you got to make sure that you cleanse your house, you cleanse the air. They'll be gone by the winter. They'll probably be dead by the winter if you do what you're supposed to do. And for me, I'm so damn important to these people. I got to cleanse my house every day. And you ask yourself, damn, why these people can't feed off of folks that's buying them? Because there's nobody else for them to feed on, especially if they from a town that's broken and broken down. They ain't got nobody to feed off of. They already sucked everybody else dry. Oh, it's going away, Catavia. It's going away. It's finally going away. I told you that Jesus came to me and begged me to let him heal me. He said, I am not here to hurt you. I am here to heal you. And he was serious about it. So I've never had anything against Jesus. It's just organized religion. See, Jesus is another victim of their feeding frenzy. You know, that's what they did. They fed off of Jesus, and they probably ate his body. These were, you know, who wrote the Bible? Well, who are those people that eat people? Who are those cannibals? Cannibals wrote the Bible. Those were cannibals and vampires. That's why in the Bible they were talking about eating and boiling children. And they ate the son of Mary. They ate him. When they crucified him, they ate him. Mm-hmm. Saskia said, I know for a fact my mom has a bad entity on her and it hates me to the core. Yep, they did. They did. So I truly believe in my heart that Jesus is not a bad guy, but he was demonized in the process. So like I said, I don't even really work with Jesus. Jesus comes to me on a regular basis. Regularly basis, okay? And you know, asks for my help essentially a lot of the times because you know, but that's another hangout because I'm actually going to come back in a little bit and I'm going to talk to you guys about how to explain to your children about spirituality, because if you notice, your children may have an instant aversion to it. They won't want to hear, and you can just feel that damn thing jump on your shoulders. Because when your children know, then they really in trouble because they use your children to feed. They use them as tools to feed off of your bloodline. So you have to sit back and explain to your children what's going on. It's very important for you to do that. If your children don't want to listen to you, make them listen. Say, no, you're going to sit down and you're going to listen to this. Even if you've got hybrid children, because some of y'all have hybrid children. Some of y'all have had babies with these entities. Mm-hmm. We've got to rid the world of these people. We do. We've got to rid the world of these people by not allowing them to feed. So that was one of the reasons why they're banning abortion. I told y'all that my people was taking over everything. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all my people was taking over everything. And in 2020, they gonna vacate this planet. Planet is plane of existence. To go back into their reality, they have to go back to their own reality. Mirror magic is one of the most powerful things you can do as well. Whenever somebody directs energy at you, you can use a mirror or a picture of that person to direct their energy right on back to them. But essentially, you got to get that thing off of your bloodline. And you just got to tell it, get out of my bloodline, get gizzard. You ain't feeding no more off of my family. That's why a lot of y'all are broke. That's why a lot of people's business fails. Has my business failed me yet? Nope. They love coming over here trying to feed off of my business. That's why I had one of them showing a picture of me from one of my hangouts doing work, doing the work of my people. And they don't have no right to feed off of us. Nobody gave them the right. You shouldn't have came into this reality then. Or maybe themselves, they need to, they need to figure out that they need to banish these entities. Because there's sometimes a third party privy And they're not benefiting off of it. Something else is benefiting off of your energy. Privy is what? What's the definition of privy? Sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. You got to get your generational hex removers. You got to get them. It requires a lot of fire. I do a lot of fire rituals for that purpose, for myself. Okay? Because they will suck you dry, I'm telling you. They will suck you dry of all your energy. And a lot of y'all right now sitting at work tired as hell. Asking yourself, damn, why am I so tired? I know I kind of stayed up late last night, but I got plenty of sleep. What's going on? Because they have been feeding. And then also another way to do it that's very important is to put salt and herbs around your bed. Because believe it or not, they pray at night. So if you guys need to reach me to learn more about this, to get that stuff off your family, I don't care how old you are, you can make a difference in your life. Especially if you have a business that has went down. Okay, and they got mad at me when I did that video. They got so mad at me, y'all. They got so angry at me for doing that video. When I was showing my magic, oh, they was over there thumbsing it down like a mug. Notice how they can't turn away, and they won't turn away until it's too late for them. Because they going down. They going down. Okay? And until you understand what's going on, they'll continue to feed off of you without any sorries. They don't care. Then a lot of people who has had their family sucked dry and they didn't have no spiritual knowledge, you think they care? They don't feel bad for it. Why you think they talk about me? Every new moon and every full moon and in between. They always talking about Jamila. Why is that? They're not just obsessed because they want something from me, like sex. They don't want no sex. They want energy. They want to use you as a source of energy. And your babies. Very disgusting, disgusting individuals. Very disgusting. Okay? Put that up there for a second. Oh, shit. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I got work to do. Okay? Got readings to do and work to do. Also, some of these witches on here, what did I tell y'all? They are just vampires. And if you've unfortunately went to see them, then you got to see somebody else that's going to take their stuff off for you, as well as the stuff that you already had on you. You just got to get it taken off of you. Okay? So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Put up your armor, put up your protection, but get yourself disconnected from those folks. Okay, if you guys need to reach me, the link to my website is below. Okay, love and light, peace and blessings to you guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.